As far as Wainwrights concerned, most people knock off the highest ones first, and that's exactly what I've done. And then I've lost interest, I've stopped ticking them off. And the reason for that is there's only small ones left. Once you're up here, you shouldn't underestimate them, because although they're not as high, they're very steep and interesting. So I think some Wainwrights are underestimated, so you should do the little ones. Well, hello and welcome back to my channel, Steve Here's Adventures, all about hiking, wild camping and outdoor adventures. So today I'm out in the Lake District and I'm taking off a couple of Wainwrights, Eagle Crag and Sergeant's Crag. I parked up at Stonethwaite and I'm just on my way up there now. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but as far as Wainwrights concerned, most people knock off the highest ones first, and that's exactly what I've done. I'm probably about 2/3 way through the Wainwrights, and then I've lost interest, I've stopped ticking them off. And the reason for that is there's only small ones left. Anyway, just a quick shout out to those who watched my last video. Thank you very much. Got more views than what I normally get, and I'm quite happy with that. Also gained a few subscribers, a couple hundred actually, which is very good for me. Just thank you for subscribing and watching. I hope you enjoy the videos. It might be grey and overcast, but by God is it hot. The sweat is pouring off me. Oh, I think I come up here the wrong way. I've had to make my way through lots of bracken. Obviously it is a proper path, but it's overgrown with bracken. So I've come up the wrong path. I've come up this way instead of this way. So makes no difference. I'm then going to end up in the same place, just here, and I'll be off up to the top. It's not going to take that long, to be honest, I don't think. So if you look down here, you can just see down the Borrowdale Valley from Stonethwaite up to Rosthwaite, and then just round the corner to the right, you'll find Derwentwater and Keswick. But if I turn you around, this is where we're going, just up here. Not too far. It is fairly steep, but I don't think it's going to take too long to go. Well, as you can see, the bracken is fairly overgrown here. This is the path just there, and it's fairly muddy and slippy, so I am having to be a little bit careful. And I'm just going up there. I think that's a sty, and I'll be on the correct path. Oh. But like I said, this path is very slippy and muddy. I'm almost at the top of Eagle Crag. A little tip, if you're coming up to Eagle Crag from Stonethwaite, go the right way, don't go the wrong way. Don't walk through all the bracken in the summer, you just get soaking. Anyway, I met up with the proper path, and now I'm just at the crag, just below the summit actually, and it's spitting on and off with rain, so I'm going to get up there, go along to Sergeant's Crag. Oh yes, I've stopped to get some water as well, so pack's a little bit heavier, but I need the water for tonight, for the wild camp. So I'm going to get off up here. It's fairly steep, but I think this is just the last bit, just walking around. We're getting there, we're getting there. We're just going up here now. A little bit of a scramble, then round that crag and then up onto the top. Whoa, last minute push. Well, I finally made it to the top of Eagle Crag. What a view. It's a beauty. You see, it's not that high, but it feels high. It's quite steep coming up. For those who don't like a little bit of a scramble or any technical, and don't come up the way I came up this front bit, it's not too bad, but there is a little bit of scrambling involved. So just be careful of it. In the rain, it's quite muddy. So nice to sit down. I found a lovely place to sit. There's plenty of places to pitch a tent up here. I might actually pitch my tent here on Eagle Crag, and then just over there is Sergeant's Crag, and I'll probably go up there in the morning or later on sometime once I've got the tent up, because it's not too far away. Weather is a bit hit and miss, hence the reason why I'm using the Hilleberg Solo. I was going to bring a trekking pole tent, a new one, but I decided against it. The weather is a little bit temperamental, so that's why I brought the Solo. I just got to find somewhere to pitch it. It's only 3 o'clock, but it's a Sunday and there's very few people about hiking, mainly because the weather's not that brilliant. But it might be nice tomorrow, and we'll go for a little hike up Sergeant's Crag and back down, and we'll find another different way down from here down into Stonethwaite. I haven't decided yet. There's no point in going down the same way as I came up. Mind looking about. There's some nice views from Eagle Crag. I don't know what it is, but Borrowdale, from no matter what angle you look at it from, looks amazing. So straight down there, and that's the way I've came up. That's the Borrowdale Valley. If you look off to the left there, around that way, that's the way you go to Seathwaite. Down that way, off to this way, is Derwentwater and Keswick. And if we look just here, you've got fells leading up to Glaramara. I'm thinking, I'm only guessing here. If we look around, we've got the summit of Eagle Crag. Then just beyond, you've got Sergeant's Crag. Well, I've had a little look about, and there isn't a great lot of places to camp actually. It's all like heather and rocks, and not really anywhere to pitch a tent, to be fair. So I think I'm going to have a wander over towards Sergeant's Crag, and on the way up or down the other side, find somewhere nice to pitch a tent there. Hopefully there's some nice views up there. Yeah, let's be off then. I'm glad I came up here. Sergeant's Crag. There's much more scope for somewhere to camp on the summit. I'm going to have to look about though, and there's some amazing views. I can just see Eagle Crag where I've just come from, and the views are much the same, but every time I come to the Lake District you think you've seen all of the different summits and peaks and fells, but when you come somewhere that you've never been before and you look at the same fells, they look completely different. Ah, well, the tent is finally up. I've come a little way from the summit of Sergeant's Crag. I think it's Sergeant's Crag. I'm not actually sure. Anyway, the tent's looking alright. I'm glad I brought the Hilleberg solo. I know I always say this, but the weather is a little bit crappy, to be honest. Though it's not that windy at the moment, but it has been. And it's just cooled down a bit. It's getting a little bit chilly. I'm going to show you around the tent, and then I'm going to sit myself down and have myself a nice cup of coffee. I'm on the other side of the Sergeant's Crag because the wind is a little bit gusty on the other side. So anyway, I'll show you around. Not that you haven't seen this before. It's just the Solo red label, and same summer gear. I do have me a Atipa insulated mattress with us. There's a discount for this Atipa mattress in the description of this video if you want a 10 or 20% off. I'm not actually sure what it was. Well, it is time for a cup of coffee, and I'm going to show you. I'm just going to get on with it and make it, and you can make your own mind up whether it's cool or not. But I'm in love with this thing. Right, so I'm more or less set up, and this is what I've got. It's a little Italian thing for making coffee, and it works. I'm using the meths burner this time instead of a gas cooker. I've got this windshield on and this Italian coffee maker. I bought it off Amazon. I thought it looked cool, so I thought I'd give it a go. I did have a go in the house first and it worked out really well. So this is the first time I've used it whilst I've been camping. Okay, so my coffee is ready. Feels very strong. But I do have a wooden cup. Posher man. Anyway, let's have a look. Look at that. Oh, finally. Oh, yes. This is going to be my new go-to coffee machine for whilst I'm out wild camping. And my go-to cup as well. That's so nice. I was saying earlier about the Wainwrights. I started doing all the Wainwrights, and of course, like everybody else, I start with the famous ones, the high ones, you know, the gratification ones. And in that time, if you're getting about all the little ones, so I would say I've done 2/3 of them now, and I'm just trying to bag some of these small ones, because Eagle Crag and Surgeon's Crag, they don't really stand out, or they didn't. They're just because they were small. But actually, once you're up here, you shouldn't underestimate them, because although they're not as high, they're very steep and interesting, and the views are amazing because it's central. It's just, you get a whole different perspective from here. So I think some Wainwrights are underestimated, so you should do the little ones. Anyway, it's starting to spit on now. I think the rain's going to be off and on all night, and I think the weather is just starting to close in now. There's over towards Keswick and Stonethwaite. Very moody, very cloudy, but that's not where the weather is coming from. It seems to be coming from everywhere. There's Old Scarth, High Rise. If we look over there, we've got, obviously in the middle, it's got to be Bowfell to the right, Eskpike to the left, Crinkle Crags, and onto you got a good view of Pike Briscoe as well. Very nice. And if you just look over there, there's like a tall little nipple on top of the hill, central, in the centre of the screen, and that's I think it's Pike Stickle. Anyway, I'm going to go inside this tent. I'm going to have a little sip of some whiskey, have a bit chill out, and then I'm going to make some food. So it's starting to rain, so I'm going to get myself in the tent so I can close it. I think it's in for a good shower. I might think about cooking something. All I've got is lots of these noodles, which are very nice, and I've got some chicken bites. Oh, there's the rain coming down. It's coming down heavy now. Anyway, chicken bites, some spam, some bars, some jerky, plenty of food. I'm just going to feast through the evening whilst having a little tipple on my whiskey. I'm going to shut this tent. Well, the rain has stopped. It's nice and peaceful again. Didn't half come down. It's still claggy outside, but it's very quiet up here. It's very chilled. So I think I'm gonna have some noodles, some of these. I'm just gonna do one packet at a time. They're very tasty, these. I don't know if you've had these from Aldi. They're the best ones, like, the best. Anyway, I want to get these on. The best noodles ever. Well, good morning. And I thought it was going to be nice and sunny, but it's not. It's quite overcast. There's quite a bit of cloud about. Quite a bit of rain, which I think will clear off. But it's about 7 o'clock. I'm going to start getting packed up in the tent and get a move on. Have a wander about, and I might stop somewhere, depending on which way I go. I might stop and have myself a coffee. Anyway, I'm going to get this tent away, get packed up, and then head off down a different way. I'm not sure which way yet. So I'm just getting this tent away now. It does look quite bleak at the moment, but actually it's not too bad. The cloud keeps lifting and it's quite sunny, so I think it's just a little bit of morning cloud, if you like, and I think that cloud's going to lift and dissipate as the morning heats up, probably when I'm walking down. But first I've got to get this tent down, and it's still a little bit wet, so I'm just shaking it off, get as much of the water off as I can. I always dry it in the house when I get back home, but it's best to get as much off as you can. Well, I don't think this is on my list to camp here again. I probably will at some point, but there's not the best pitches around here unless you want to camp on the summit. Maybe the winter would be good for camping here. Not forgetting up and down. I'm guessing coming up here in snow would be horrific, coming up Eagle Crag. And I'm guessing going down Eagle Crag will be a little bit messy in the wet, coming down that crag. I'm not going to chance it because it has been raining all night, and I've got a bad knee. I don't want to like slip, so I'm going to go down the other way, go off to the side and go down the valley. I can't remember what that valley's called, but I'll let you know when I'm in it. Well, I'm heading off, and it's a little bit bleak at the moment, and I don't think there's a proper path coming down this way. I'll show you on the map where it is. I'm up here, and I'm going to walk down here and somewhere along this way to get to this path. It looks like I can see a few tracks, but it could be streams as well. I don't know. I'll make my way down there. There's no big obstacles. That's the way I'm going to go. I don't fancy going down this way, not with my knee. So I sound like a right whinger. Anyway, that's the way I'm going to go down. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you join us again for some hiking and wild camping adventures. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, drop us a like, and I'll see you on the next one.